Howdy everyone, welcome back to more Deus Ex. My name's Hal and this is Mankind Divided. So we are gonna get on with side mission 7 I think today. Someone just said my name. Was it her?
You know my door's always open.
Oh. Did she say except when it's not? I don't know. Anyway, let's head out. Oh, hello. Side mission 7 is... Is that just like being outside or is that actually here? Yeah, it's outside. It's weird. No, hold on. This is strange. What the hell? Vince Black hasn't come in for... I promised Doctor that I'd look into his whereabouts. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Duh. Okay, let's head up and do that. Totally forgot about that.
I was called in to consult with the palace.
Oh yes, the board. Do I go through all of this now? This could take a while.
The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective.
How should I know?
Wow.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. God, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet. And that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus.
I lost him.
I don't know why I always try and pronounce it Janus. I don't know why.
Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
That was weird. I'm not sure I'm going to listen to all of this.
Samizdat is an underground news outlet that prides itself on being the anti-Picus. They offer incisive and opinionated takes on current events and eagerly disclose sensitive information and or leak documents to the public. Sometimes this information comes from secret sources, and sometimes it comes from actively hacking or even breaking into places where sensitive information is kept. Journalistic integrity and a genuine commitment to truth tends to balance the organization's more extreme-leaning conspiracies. For every wild speculation, there are at least 4 recent arguments backed by tangible evidence. Of course, a tinge of paranoid conspiracy-mongering is inevitable, given that members of the group are considered criminals. Any kind of intelligence or international security agency is rightly very nervous about Samizdat's cowboy approach to information liberation.
It's hard to listen to him when everyone else is talking. And he's got a lot to say about all of this stuff.
The editor of Samizdat is a man known only as K. He works out of an underground newsroom somewhere in Prague, which is the principal hub for an extensive network of secret sources and rogue journalists working all across Europe.
I don't have much to say about him.
Joseph the Builder, former member of the Church of the Machine God, now deceased. It seems he was the main architect and designer of the Consciousness Collector, the machine the Church of the Machine God wanted to use to help them merge with the Singularity.
Could be anyone, really.
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization.
Here we go, the Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the machine god through a ritual they call Ascension.
Never mind.
That's what I want to
You've
do.
heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition.
Could be
They're
anyone,
a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker soon after the AUG incident, when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge.
Why is it saving? That's weird.
Dr. Talos Rucker, former medical doctor and former leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, now deceased.
I don't know.
You know the rest.
We could put the name of every organization on the board until the dark side.
Everything we know about this guy can fit on one yellow sticky note. We know his name, Viktor Marchenko, if that's his real name, and nothing else. I mean, we can't find a trace of him anywhere.
He's obviously the bad guy.
You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and AUGs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
Alright, we're on to the Diwali now.
ARC doesn't make sense because
Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar.
could be anyone, really.
Who's made the most noise in the pro-op?
Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the Jinn lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on the board until the dark side.
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower
ARC
tech and
doesn't make
weapons.
sense
But
because
we
of,
don't need to worry about him.
the obvious.
He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai.
Never mind.
It's just chatter on top of chatter. Needle in a haystack.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn.
Could be
Real
anyone.
name Salar. Works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
We should mute everyone else to stop them chatting.
I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since Dubai, Jensen. The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers
I don't know.
Salar and Wasim
We could put the
Alam.
name of every
Their exact
organization
base
on
of
the board
operations
until
is
dark side.
unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman. The brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020 and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries,
ARC doesn't make
ex-military,
sense
nationalistic
because of-
agitators, and other
Yeah.
colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, AUGs, and they occasionally throw in some human trafficking.
Nice.
It's whoever we're not thinking of.
Purity First is an anti-AUG group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft.
I don't know.
On occasion,
could put
they've
the
even
name of
become
every
violent, being
organization on the
implicated in
board
several
until
assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
It was huge.
Never mind.
Could be anyone, really.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises
put the
until
name
they
of
found
every
their specialty,
organization on the board
smuggling,
until dark side.
which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the
Whoever we're
group.
not thinking of.
If you ask me, I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new. The past versus the future.
Could be anyone, really.
The elusive Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work. Driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man
ARC
spends
doesn't
more
make
money
sense
on
because
suits
of,
than most people spend on their
the
houses.
obvious.
But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
It's right there.
Could be anyone, really.
Otar Botkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary
I don't
evil,
know.
you know? If
We
it's
could
gonna
put the name of
happen,
every
he's there to
organization
make
on
sure
the board
people have
until dark
respect
side.
and make good money. Good business. Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the
It's whoever
sharpest
we're
tool
not
in the
thinking
shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
It's just chatter on top of chatter.
Isn't that the guy I got to get in one of my side missions?
The Diwali called
ARC doesn't
this
make
guy
sense because of,
Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Batkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radish Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Pakhan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
Why is it saving? Because I don't know.
The classic Diwali structure has two spies, or Pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent.
People will claim responsibility for the horrible shit they do.
I think that was everything. Did I miss anything on there? Got that. Howdy. Right, sorry for that little detour there, but I wanted to get all that stuff in. A few more computers I can get into. Before I do though, I want to save. Right.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Damn firewalls. Ben, I finally managed to get that search warrant you wanted for the internet cafe. Don't tell anybody you're suspicious that Janus contacts a local operative there. They won't accept that because in their minds that makes it a local issue and therefore their jurisdiction, not ours. I got the warrant by pretending the suspected contact is connected to ARC and knew about the bombing. I'll let you know when the warrant arrives. Don't do anything until then. Debbie. Ben, I know Miller wants you on the bombing, but please, under the radar, continue keeping tabs on Janus. We have a lot of people on Rozika, and we need to get this guy before he gets us. Thanks, Chang. Attention everyone, the third quarterly TF29 shooting competition is almost upon us. Remember, our firing range is always open, featuring any fire on the TF. I think that's the same as a previous message. Here's another one. Mwah.
Why aren't we...
The amount of data to ship through is huge.
Never mind.
I don't know. You could put the name of every
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
Dr. Eugene, I want to thank you for your concern, but I worked very hard with my last therapist outside of the task force, and I'm doing much better than I was. I really don't feel it would be responsible for me to take a block of sessions with you when there is probably someone here who is more in need of them than I am. Thanks anyway, Meredith Yang. Meredith, I understand your viewpoint, but one of the most dangerous risks for someone with your background is regression at this stage of the therapy. Basically what happens is that the person thinks they are better and then acts like they used to behave. Then, without the follow-ups and attention of a professional, they don't realise they are backsliding until it's too late. For your own good, I strongly recommend you come in for at least one session, just one for now, and we can see how you're doing. Please consider it, Delara. Meredith, Ethan's 000 right now, and I need his... What does 000 mean? On something... No, I don't know what that means. I need his WIP on the known code Juggernaut used. He never put it on the server. At least he locks his computer when he's away. I need you to send me the doc. His password is fracking up the A. When he gets back in, I'm going to make him change it, and then we're going to bug him out about it forever. Given a recent string of questionable network activity, as well as a general climate of fear and suspicion and heightened security threats in the city, I would like us to move ahead with new security network protocols. Stage 1 of these protocols include the development of an automated network refresh system that changes all general system passwords every 6 days. This will also affect your personal passwords. You'll be prompted to change them manually and meaningfully far more often than you're used to. What do I mean by meaningfully? Good question. I mean the system is designed to distinguish a secure password from a crater-sized security risk. Trust it, Chang. Oh, I work in IT, right? And if the users had to change their password every 6 days, there would be an absolute uproar. Granted, I don't work in a, you know, secret government agency, but Gabe, I don't think you'll have any luck, to be honest. We've looked into him before, but didn't find any anonymous activity. He seems like your average ex-vet with PTSD, paranoia, etc. That said, it can't hurt to check again if you're feeling something might be up. We picked up a code for the guy's storage. We should still be live. 1122. And did you know anything about Sobchak security? He's been receiving some pretty high-end tech lately, and I want to check it out. A security store could be a great front for laundering money to terrorism. Game.
Could be anyone, really.
I lost him.
Just want to check see if there's any other computers. There's quite a few here.
Maybe they took out.
Right, I can go that way, but I bet you the moment I do that, it's going to go boom.
Anomaly
Oh,
detected.
what?
Trace program initiated.
Could be anyone, really.
Access denied.
Oh, I was so close, and I haven't saved it with the... Damn it.
In pursuit.
Oh, someone sat there now.
I don't know.
Just chatter on top of
We could
chatter.
put the name of every organization on a board and throw darts.
She'll move at some point, though.
Why aren't we? Never mind.
If I have anything, I'll let you know.
Could be anyone, really.
I lost him.
Anomaly detected.
Art doesn't make sense.
Trace program initiated.
Down another. On the floor directly above.
Access granted.
Could be anyone, really.
Baker, looks like your boss is AWOL again, so I'm telling you this instead. Charlie team raided a neon depot on the waterfront. Most of the scumbags went down shooting, but we've got one in holding. He denies his affiliation with organised crime, but thank you for determining he's all yours, Mac. Ryan, you're still on Mazza Cadillac, right? I've got this from Snitch at the Red Queen, so it's legit. Recently, her son Dominic went behind her back for a loan to Otar Botkavelli. Otar thought Massa approved and loaned the kid the money to curry favour with his mother. Now she's mad at Otar. Otar is furious with Dominic, and Dominic refuses to have a sit down with his mother. Radic wouldn't mind Otar losing face, but it's costing the family money, so he's pissed at everyone. This has the potential to explode, Angie. Attention, yeah. To all staff, this addressed a recent mission in Dubai. We all know someone. I've read that one before. Okay. Is she... No, she's still using that computer. Damn it.
It's whoever we're not thinking of.
There was a code in there.
It's just chatter on top of chatter.
Right, I can't believe this. I got caught on 15%. That's ridiculous. What I wanted to do was see if I could take...
Pretty messed up.
Anomaly
Jack has
detected.
got everything on the web, doesn't it?
Trace program initiated.
Art doesn't make sense because of, you know, the obvious.
Why aren't we?
Access granted.
There we go. I need to stop using stop worms. I've only got 6 left. Alright.
I don't know.
Annie, quick message, but I didn't want to keep you waiting. I got a ping on that Diwali cache you were tracing. It didn't go to Art like you said. They sent it back home to Georgia. I'll keep you posted, Reese. Okay, Clements, I need you to keep your feelers out for someone. Joseph Shigeta. There were 4 hackers involved in last night's failed cyber attack on the Taeyong Vault in Palisade. 2 are in custody. 1 fried his brain when the attack failed. Shigeti's the last and he's in the wind. Oh, wrong. I took 3 weeks, but I found him. Japanese police pulled his corpse out of Sagami Bay 2 nights ago. Fingers broken, eyes burnt out, all while he was still alive. Ugh. When they made an example of someone, they don't fool around. Clements. Ugh. Has she got off that? Yes, quick.
Could be anyone, really.
I'm only doing this for, like, experience, to be honest. And you never know when you're going to find a juicy bit of information, so...
In pursuit, but they're losing it.
I don't know. We could put the name of every organization on a board and throw darts at it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There was something else there, but there wasn't.
Could be anyone, really.
Alright, any more computers? You're busy using that. Anything I can pick up? You're busy, you're busy, you're busy, you're busy.
It's whoever we're not thinking of.
I think I've already been, yeah. And I'm sure I've already been.
Well, we've got to look at the office
No.
first, right?
Art doesn't make sense.
100% on that one. Wow.
Jack has got everything on the web, doesn't it?
I don't know. We could put
I wonder what's over there then, or is that just to get to that?
Access granted.
Oh wow.
Why aren't we?
I've heard of this guy. The Diwali are looking for him to... I need info on a possible gun runner in the red light district, working under the radar of both the Diwali and the local cops. Although he might have contacts with local law enforcement in another country, do you know where Vince keeps his files? I've heard of this guy. The Diwali are looking for him too. As for Vince's file, he tells me as much as he tells anybody else. Jack shit, unless he has to. I know he has a secret hiding place somewhere on site. Maybe he's got some files in there, but I don't know. Hairdryer, I got you the code for the storage locker near the office, 6354. Go check it out. Attention everyone. Blah, 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 blah.
The amount of data to shift through is
Oh, let's actually get on with some story. Quick.
If I have anything, I'll let you know.
Train tickets for Berlin found in Vince's office. What does that mean? Yeah, train tickets. So he's gone off somewhere. I've already been in that. Well, let me just check if there's anything. Yes. Vincent, where are you? D. This conversation. Do you have any information? It is not. Pardon me. Not so easy for me to portray my husband. I have your ticket, Berlin, one way. Then we have a deal. Meet me at the Red Queen in 1 hour. Why so long? The Red Queen is a dangerous place for this kind of business. I have one last thing. Oops.
Delara, I'm in Vince's office. I think I have a lead. An appointment Vince made with an informant.
That sounds promising, Adam. You willing to follow up?
Only way to find out what happened to him.
If something happened to him. Let's not assume the worst just yet.
I have one last thing to take care of. Do you want this over with or not? Fine, I'll be waiting. Vincent is offline. I keep using the left-hand control stick to move it when I mean to use the right. Have I got any... I'm getting low on multi-tools, but I have plenty of praxis. Wow, I did not realise I had 4. And I thought I got robot domination. Time to power up the hacking, I reckon. Or do I just use a multi-tool? Oh, this is going to be fun.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh god, that's like 8. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Access granted.
Yeah. That should net me quite a bit, yeah. Oh, what? Really? Rubbish. Right. Meet Vince Black's informant. I still need to do the Diwali rubbish. Well, it's not rubbish, but you know what I mean. Okay, right. Let's get out of here.
I don't want
Adam, Janus heard the NSN conversation we recovered. He agrees you two should meet.
Good. Just tell me where.
There's an abandoned tourist information center in the central plaza. Make sure you're not followed. And I got something on Marchenko for you too. Details are on a pocket secretary near the meetup point. Look for a trash bin with a chalk mark above it. You'll find it near the metro.
Got it.
The police worry about
It's just changed my thing to something else. It's point of interest. I do want to get that, but I'm in the middle of doing a mission. Do you mind? No, where's the headbanging music?
How come the boys aren't dancing?
Where's the music? That's not quite right, is it? Hello?
My eyes are a bit
Waiting all day.
Of course,
Like two cats
you're not
fighting
here
their
for
way
the
out.
Where's the music? What the hell? That's cool.
You like what you see, don't you? Let me know if you see him, okay? His entire...
Let's drink a beer, shall we? I'm gonna try this. I don't know if this will work.
He has blue eyes and brown hair.
I can't believe you dragged us here.
Oh, it doesn't let you.
Tonight of all
I was wondering if you could literally drink yourself and knock yourself out. Oh man, this is really...
You want to drink? See the bartender.
I think I've drunk an...
Anything else? You know what to do.
Get out of the way. I think I've drunk enough.
My favorite color is black.
Mind your own business.
Mother taught me never to trust an all.
This place is slick.
One of
You
the
must
first
be
things
alright
I like to
before.
do when I visit a new city
I've done
is
a
see
lot
it
of
from
travel.
above.
And one thing I've learned is tourists always want to see a city's...
Are you Vincent Black? It's me, Dobramila. Please, you... No, you are too... I'm sorry. I have made a mistake. I'm waiting for someone.
I know about your meeting. And I'm as eager to find Vince as you are. Maybe we can help each other.
Who are you? What is it you think you know?
Vince and I work together. I know who he is. I know what he does. And I know there are people worried about him.
Is he in danger? Has something happened to him?
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I get the feeling he's not the only one who might be in danger. That was some shot in the dark. You had no way of knowing who I was while I was here.
It wasn't a total shot in the dark. You're obviously not the Valley. Though I should have known right away that Vince Black wouldn't be augmented. I should be more discreet. We both should.
What kind of trouble are you in exactly?
Vince wanted me to tell information about my husband's operation. Vlista runs a... It's something Vince was digging into. Come closer. Pretend you're kissing my neck.
Your husband runs a Diwali operation. I'm assuming there are people in here who know who he is. You don't think me kissing his wife might draw unwanted attention?
Flirting is one thing. They expect it. He cheats on me, I cheat on him. But his business is something else entirely. We must be discreet, darling. Please, I'll tell you whatever I can. Whatever you want. But not here. This isn't the time to ask questions. You understand, yes?
Do I just get her to talk, or do I just go straight to yes, I understand? I'm just gonna go yes, I understand.
We should talk somewhere else.
I am leaving by train tonight. There is a secluded courtyard by the tracks. Shikashka. Go before me and I'll meet you there. I don't want anyone to see us walking out together.
You sure you'll be alright until then?
I've survived marriage to that man for this long. I think I can make it one more night. I'll be okay. I just need another drink to get my courage up and to loosen my tongue. We'll see each other soon. I promise.
I hope that was the right thing to do. I am not going to overwrite my current save, just to make sure.
Whiskey, am I right?
Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, that was absinthe. What's that over there? Newspaper. Okay. Dobramila was supposed to give Vince Black information about her Diwali husband. She's my best link to Vince Black's current whereabouts, but she refuses to go into detail until we meet somewhere secluded. She mentioned a courtyard by the tracks in Prekazka. I do apologise for butchering the names of all these places, but yeah.
Always watching, because you are always watching.
I've never made that one before.
Restoration Act. I am joined by the head of
Yeah. I'm not going to talk to him. Or should I?
Best club in Prague, friend. But I'm busy right now.
Shot in. He might proposition me or something, but obviously not.
On watching. I love it.
Should be a trophy for standing in one of those windows for like 15 seconds or something. That'd be funny.
What time do you get off?
Alright, let's head out. I mean, I'm kind of glad there's no music, because the music's really annoying, but weird. I'm always concerned.
What is it, Adam? Any word on what happened to Vince?
I just spoke to his contact. A woman he was supposed to meet to get info on some Diwali op. Problem is, he never showed up.
I have a really bad feeling about this. Do whatever you can, Adam, to pick up his trail. Let's hope he's alright.
Just noticed my health's dropping. Well, the extra health's dropping anyway. I assume it does that. I haven't really played much of this game with my health over the norm, so... They really need to clean up this train station. It is a mess. It looks like the bomb went off here rather than in the other place, Rossika station. Right. I've been up there. Yeah, definitely.
Another one.
Just gonna be dead. Be someone else. Let's change to her. No.
I want to make sure I wasn't followed.
Is that? That is. It's floating in the air. Okay, talk to me.
I think it is safe for us to talk here. Finally, together we can make Vlasta pay.
Vlasta, your husband. What's this about exactly? You said you have information.
Smuggling. Weapons. Drugs. Whores. You name it, darling. All of it is heading east. I have the address of the locker where everything is stored. And I have the code to get in. You will see for yourself. And then you will do what you think is best.
You want me to shut down your husband's smuggling operation? Why?
I agreed to sell out my husband in exchange for a new life. Vince and I were still negotiating the details. You are looking for Vince, trying to pick up his trail. I guess I am negotiating with you now.
How did you know to trust Vince with all this? What made you believe he can help?
I didn't know. Not for sure. All I knew is that very few are willing to stand up to men like my husband. I had heard that Vince Black was one of those men. But when he didn't show up to our meeting, I don't know what to think of him anymore. I put my faith in you now.
Do you know of any other ways to contact Vince? Or do you know anything that might explain why he didn't show up?
All I know is that Vince wanted information about my husband. And that my husband... Vlasta knew the name Vince Black. He cursed it often. I believe he feared Vince.
All this sneaking around, exposing your husband's criminal activities. How much danger do you think you're in?
I don't know. I was scared waiting inside that damn club. Paranoid. But I think the worst is over. I'll be out of Prague within the hour and he'll never see me again. Assuming you can pay, of course.
What else do I need to know about your husband?
Lester is like all young Diwali. You cannot argue with them. You cannot intimidate them. You cannot appeal to their heart. All he cares about is delivering on time. And chasing after women who are not his wife.
Is that why you want to get back at him? Because of something he's done to you?
I have no illusions about who I married. I know he was ambitious, eager to please the wrong kinds of men. But I didn't think he would turn into this monster. I want him to test failure, to have to walk home with his tail between his legs.
If I get involved in this, there's a chance he might not walk home at all.
What you do with the information I sell you is up to you. All I care about now is starting over.
All right, this information you have, how much do you want for it?
The price of a ticket to Berlin, with enough left over to start my new life. That is what Vince and I had agreed. They say Berlin is a good city for those wanting to be lost.
Here, the ticket's already been bought, open-ended. You leave when you want.
All right. Thank you. My husband owns a storage locker next to the Palisade Bank. The code is 2565. It is the centerpiece of his operation. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I have a feeling she's going to end up dead.
You have the information you need to take down my husband's operation.
Alright. Deborah Miller scribbled the location of her husband's smuggling operation on the back of an old receipt. Looks like it's not far from Palisade Bank and the code to get in is 2565. I bet you anything I've already hacked that door and gotten in there or used a multi-tool on it.
Delara, the Diwali op Vince was digging into. I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Huh, maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. She agreed to work with me instead.
That doesn't surprise me. You're good at gaining people's trust, Adam. It's a rare skill.
Point is, I got a lead. I'll let you know what I find.
Just wondering if I need to sell some stuff. Might as well do it while I'm here. Sniper rifle. I'll pick up some more. Oh, maybe I haven't. Huh? Where are they then? Or was that in the bank? I would have thought I'd have been in here. That's the one I need to go in, so let's go in the one that I don't need to go in. Wow. There's nothing here. Oh, hang on. Yes, there is. There's a door. Aha! Sneaky.